Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome back to my Crybaby Whims Legacy Challenge. This is episode 26. We are just here this morning with Lilith at school, who is planting a stink bomb in a locker. She was able to get her mischief skill up high enough, so now she can plant stink bombs. She doesn't actually need to do any more pranks for her aspiration, but it fit her. And the principal just walked straight past. Oh no, did he catch her? Did he catch her? Because she didn't finish doing it. Yeah, oh no, he's caught her. Oh, she didn't get to plant her stink bomb. Oh my goodness, so she got in trouble. She didn't even have to skip class. How can I trust you when you act so suspicious? So you fancy yourself a prankster, Miss Harris? Well, I can give you all the time you like to sharpen those prankster skills this afternoon in detention. Oh my goodness, she got in trouble. She does still want to skip class, but I can't believe she got caught. Oh, that's so funny. She's got served detention after school. Whether she does or not, I do not know. She is feeling a little bit embarrassed that she was caught, but otherwise she's still feeling quite confident. She's just come over to chat with Ebony and Francisco. She doesn't really get along very well with Francisco, but she is getting along quite well with Ebony. And does she like romance enthusiasts? Sure, if that is your sort of like, you know, person that you're into, then sure thing. She heard Gabriel was expelled from every other school. She's just spreading more rumours and I love it. I think I managed to sort out the classrooms. I am crossing my fingers for it. We do have class shortly, but as I say, I don't think she's gonna go. She does want to skip. She doesn't really care, even though she's like, I'm in trouble already. What else are they gonna do? I've already got detention. Why would I go? She does want to work on her programming, so maybe she could just like skip out class and do a little bit of programming in here. I would like to spend a bit more time with Rory this episode, but look who she is talking to. Lilith's old friend Damion has aged up into a teenager and he has come to her school. He is currently yelling at some people, but she doesn't actually know he's here yet. She hasn't seen him, but we have seen him. So it'll be really nice for them to have like a little reunion at some point. I'm not sure when that is going to happen. I do want her to kind of like bump into him and see how it goes then, but she is going to come in here and she's skipping out. She is not going to class today. She is just going to practice a little bit of programming. They didn't pass each other in the corridor, which is a shame. She has no idea he is at her school and he doesn't actually know that she's here. They haven't spoken in years, so it'll be really good for them to like maybe meet each other at lunch and have a little bit of a catch up then. Classes are actually finished now and Lilith has decided she's going to stop her programming and go have a bit of a chat with Rory. Damion is still just sat in class, so we're not going to like walk in. It just wouldn't feel natural, but I'm hoping he'll come over at some point and they can bump into each other again. But Lilith, why are you coming to sit all the way over here when you're talking to Rory, who is sat over there? We do have one more teen that I actually want to introduce her to, which is Taylor, another sim that was created by one of you, so I will have her introduce herself to Taylor. I think this is who Damion was being a bit mean to outside, which is pretty unfortunate. He's not looking too happy right now. It looks like Damion was stood in front of the locker that we were trying to plant a stink bomb in front of earlier, so I'm kind of glad the principal caught us and stopped us from doing that. But she is now just saying hi to Taylor. Let's see what their first impressions were. She thinks he's imaginative and he thinks she is strong-minded. They've got good compatibility and she sees him as attractive. That is good. So maybe Taylor and Rory can be like two of her friends because they're the two that she had like mutual good first impressions with. I think Lilith has actually noticed that Damion is here now and he has got up to, I wonder if they've spotted each other. Why don't we come over and come and give him a hug? He has decided to stand up and throw his food down and they've just noticed that each other's here and they're like, oh my goodness, I never thought I'd see you again. Attractiveness, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, attractiveness alert. Wow, what a sim. Lilith Harris just stopped what they were thinking about for a moment and found themselves staring at Damion Lorenzo. Oh my goodness. So now that they've both grown up, she's like, hang on, how are you, my best friend from childhood? You're so cute. Look at the way she's looking at him. I think he's like, getting really excited to see her again. They are just like being a little bit mischievous. I never thought I'd see you again. What are you doing here? I thought you were still in Strangerville. And he is just messing around with her and they're just monkeying like they used to do. That's so sweet. But she's like, seriously though, why are you here? Why are you coming to school in Copperdale? And he's like, it's a little bit of a long story. We definitely need to have a catch up though. But class is starting any minute. She's like, well, why do we have to go to class? Like, let's just ditch like we used to do. And you can tell me why you're here. We have learnt that he's evil. So he's like, yeah, I don't care about school anyway. Let's just ditch class and let's have a catch up. These two are just skipping class and Lilith's like, what are you doing here then? Tell me everything. I need to know what my best friend is doing turned up in my school. I thought I'd never see you again after we left Strangerville. And Damion is telling her that he and his mom had to leave Strangerville as well because the infection actually came back and they couldn't risk, you know, being infected and possessed and everything. So they've actually moved to Brindleton Bay, which is just outside of Copperdale. But this was the closest school, so it's just easier for him to come here. And Lilith is just so excited to see Damion again. She's like, I've got so much to fill you in on. I can't believe that you're here. We should definitely hang out after school today. I've got detention, but I don't really care. So let's go into town. I was going to see my friend Rory, but I'm sure she won't mind if you like tag along too. And he is super excited as well. They plan to go to like the record store and they are both like a little bit geeky. So this is something that they would really enjoy. And she's like, maybe we could invite Taylor along as well. I know you guys were like bickering outside, but you should get to know him. He seems really cool. So I think now that school is done, we've just heard the bell. We are going to not go to detention. We are going to head into town with Damion, Rory and Taylor, and I've just noticed that Lilith has a major crush on Damion. Oh, that's so perfect. Her childhood best friend. She sees him as extremely attractive. They've got good compatibility. They're good friends, best friends, and she's got a crush on him. These four have just arrived at the record store. I'm hoping that no one does super loud karaoke today, but we can never be too sure. We are going to have a chat with Rory and introduce her to Damion, actually. We are going to talk up Damion and be like, you should definitely meet my best friend from childhood. He has moved to our school recently. He is so cool. You'll get along so well. She's just talking him up now and he's right there and he's like, oh, I'm so pleased to be with you again, Lilith. He's so happy. She's like, Damion sounds like he's an absolute pleasure to be around. They're just meeting each other now. And we're going to say hi to Taylor as well. It looks like he's in the drama club by the looks of it, but we're going to have a bit of a chat with him. And I don't know, Damion doesn't seem that interesting. Okay, well, they didn't really hit it off, but they are chatting. She's trying, at least she's trying. It didn't take too long for someone to start singing karaoke while we were here. So I'm going to zoom out because it's just so loud. And maybe actually we can come outside. It's much quieter outside. We've all come to have a chat out here. Rory looks really sad, bless her. We're getting to know Taylor a bit. He doesn't like fitness and he does like painting by the looks of it. But we're just chatting with Damion. Oh, she's still crushing on him. But I think we're going to have a bit of a chat about like what there is to do here, because the record store is really cool, but the karaoke is really loud, and there's not like many activities, so it'd be nice to come here every now and then. But we should maybe go somewhere local that, you know, we can actually hang out and do things. And Taylor is actually saying, I saw there was a place in town, it's not too far from up here, maybe we could head there. And Rory's like, I think I've heard of this place actually, it could be a lot of fun, there's like games and things like that, and we can like totally geek out because we know that at least Damion, Lilith and Rory are geeks. We're not too sure at the moment if Taylor is, maybe he is, but we'll find out. But yeah, I think the record store is cool, but there's not loads to do. We've arrived at the really rundown arcade that is just on the edge of town, and they're all coming in to do a bit of gaming together. Lilith is going to be having so much fun because she's hanging out with people who share like similar interests to her. They're not just yelling at her like she gets at home or ignoring her, and she's actually got people who seem to care for her and enjoy spending time with her. So this is a really new feeling for Lilith, but she is absolutely loving it. She's feeling so confident now because she's hanging out with people that, you know, have an interest in her. And Lilith and Taylor are now good friends, which is amazing. So we have got a nice little solid friend group over here, but Lilith is stopping because she needs to toilet and she's quite hungry and quite tired as well. So I imagine most of us will be heading off soon. These guys are also coming into the bathroom too. But it looks like Rory is heading off now, so we'll probably try and catch her at school tomorrow, but we do want to catch Damion before he leaves. Oh, and we've got curfew as well, which we have broken. As we already know, Lilith does not really care for the rules. Angel is off to work anyway, and it's not like Scarlett's even going to notice. So she has got Damion before he has headed off, and she's like, hey, we definitely need to like have a proper catch up. Like, I know you told me why you're living here, but I need to know what's been going on in your life since I've last seen you. It's been so long. So why don't we just like ditch school tomorrow? We can hang out together, and we can have like a catch up and chat. Looked like she punched him in the head because of the height difference on here. Oh my goodness. But I think Damion's not gonna mind skipping school. They used to do it all the time anyway before, so I think she'd be like, you're my best friend and I'm so happy to be with you again. Just seeing how happy Lilith is makes me so happy as well. She really deserves like a little bit of positivity in her life, and she's just so happy to have Damion back. Lilith is back home and she is helping herself to some leftover birthday cake for her dinner. She's not going to eat properly, and her mum hasn't even noticed. She's not said hi, she's not noticed she's late. She is just busy working on her flower arrangement. She hasn't even noticed that Lilith is there. Like, they are really, really distant. She's feeling bitter as well, so she's probably intentionally ignoring that Lilith is there, which, you know, it's still sad. But she is just talking with her cat and she's telling Lucifer a story, and now she is laughing maniacally. I love it so much. But she will be heading straight off to sleep after this, because she is pretty tired and she won't be going to school tomorrow, but she needs to give the illusion that she's going to school tomorrow, so she's got to be up at the same time as normal, and then she is just going to meet Damion in town. Oh my goodness, Lilith had hot and heavy dreaming about Damion. Lilith's dreams that bring her to a state of nirvana as they recollect their cherished moments with Damion Lorenzo is almost surreal. This ravishing creature that stalks her as she slumbers. How could someone so perfect for them actually exist? Though still unsure, there is one proof that soon sheds light to the truth for Lilith. The manifestation of Damion that strides confidently within her mind is still but a pale comparison to the true thing. The happiness from seeing and even touching the corporal Damion Lorenzo dwarfs the joy that this dream can ever provide. She is fallen really hard for him. She has got some attractive memories thinking about him. Oh my goodness. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. The one person that has kind of been constant throughout her life, that she can like rely on, that she's got this emotional bond with, let alone everything else. And he's grown up really cute. So it makes sense that all these feelings are so intense for her. Lilith has a really healthy diet, doesn't she? She's just decided to have another slice of cake for breakfast this morning. I have got Scarlett up so that she can come and do some gardening. We could evolve a plant, but it wasn't to excellent quality. It was just too nice, but it still steps in the right direction. She is going to do some harvesting and watering it this morning before Lilith heads off to quote-unquote school again. Her wants this morning are pretty interesting, actually. She wants to enjoy the pier ride, so maybe she's thinking about hanging out with her friends this weekend. She also wants to yell at Angel because they're enemies and she doesn't like her mum. And she also wants to be mean to a good sim. We're yet to actually meet a good sim, so I'm not too sure who she can be mean to, but she's just watching a little bit of TV this morning before she goes off to school. She's probably messaging her friends this morning, and you know, she's probably actually messaging Damion and be like, so you still want to meet up today? I'll meet you in town. I'm going to be leaving soon, so I won't be too long. These two have decided to come to the local coffee shop in town this morning, and she is just pranking him at the moment. They didn't want to go to the arcade because it's so close to where Lilith's house is. She didn't want especially Angel to like be going on a jog and come past and see her, so they thought they'd go into town because it's closer to school, and hopefully no one will catch them. But they want to have a bit of a catch up, bit of a chat, so we are going to come over to a bench outside. They don't want to be inside where there'll be like a bunch of customers. They can come outside and just have time with the two of them. Like, it was really nice yesterday catching up with Rory and Taylor as well, but it'd be really good for them to just spend the time just the two of them, like they used to. They both made their way outside and are just having a bit of a chat, and Lilith wants to know everything that's happened since they saw each other in Strangeville. It's been so long, and she's like, I've missed you so much, you need to tell me everything. And Damion is gonna say things haven't actually been the easiest. Like, after you left, we had no clue why. Like, you just kind of left and I didn't really understand, but things have been really difficult. Like, we had to move Strangeville basically straight away when the infection came in, and it was really hard, like, after mum passed away. Like, obviously I've still got Lola, but my mum Lily, when she died again, it was really, really hard because we had such, like, a strong connection. And Lilith's like, well, what actually happened? Like, I heard she got food poisoning and that's why she went early and we had to take you back. But, like, is that what killed her? And Damion's like, what is this about food poisoning? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, after your mum took me home, I never saw her again. What do you mean? My mum told me that she had to rush home with food poisoning and that's why we had to take you back. And Damien's like, that never happened. After I went home, I never saw her again. I thought she died in the house fire. And Lilith is really confused by this. She's like, well, Angel told me and Scarlet that she had food poisoning. What do you mean she died in the fire? And Damien's like, well, I can only assume that's what happened because that was the last place I saw her, was at your house. And then suddenly there was a fire and she never returned home. So I can only assume that's what happened. And I think Lilith is kind of putting a few bits together in her mind. She's like, why would my mum tell me that she had food poisoning, but then you never saw her again? Like, something that doesn't make sense. Like, why would Angel lie to us if there was no reason to? I know what my mum's like. I don't trust her one bit, and I think something weird is going on here, and I think we need to look into this. And Damien's a little bit unsure at first. He's like, well, I don't know, is it worth, like, looking into? I know that she's not coming back, so why should we dig up something like this? And Lilith's like, I don't trust my mum one bit, and I think something suspicious happened. I know they didn't get along. Why would she lie to us if nothing bad happened? I think we should go back to Strangeville. I think we should go back to the house and see if there's any evidence, any traces of your mum that's left there. Don't you want answers? Don't you want to find out what really happened? There might be nothing there, but at least then you've got peace of mind, because at the moment we don't know the true story and we might be able to find some things out. And as I say, I know that my mum is a little bit sketchy and I don't trust her one bit, and I think she could have something to do with the disappearance of your mum. Okay, I think we should do it then. Why don't we plan to go to Strangeville tomorrow? It's a bit too late to travel there now, but we can do it. We can have a look. We can go back into the house. And last that I know, nobody's going to be living in a house that's completely burnt down. So it's going to be super easy to break into. And hopefully we can find some answers. And Lilith is a little bit hungry and it's about lunchtime. So she's ordered herself a croissant for lunch. She's just left Damion outside. Why don't you come back and sit with him? So he's not just sat here. He's like, oh, I'll just wait here for a moment. I'm not too hungry. I had a big breakfast. But they've gained so many more sentiments now that they are back together again, and they can't stop talking with each other, and he's so happy to see her. And yeah, they're talking about death. So he's probably like, I can't believe we might find out the truth about my mum's death. Was she murdered, or did something like less sinister happen? Who knows? But hopefully tomorrow we will get a few answers. But we do need to stay out until at least home time at 3 o'clock, although we might see if Damion wants to go to the pier. We do want to go ride on the pier rides anyway, but we still don't want to risk going into that part of the neighbourhood until at least 3 o'clock. We do not want our parents to find out that we have been skipping school. I love that these two keep being mischievous with each other. It's so cute. Like, he just made her jump and now she's spreading a nasty rumour. They are just so playful and I love that. Their little friendship is so cute, but I do wonder if it will blossom into anything else. We do know that Lilith has a crush on Damion, so we'll see if he ends up, reciprocating that and developing a crush on her as well. Oh my goodness, she can do a bold pickup line. Do you know what? She's feeling super confident. We're not going to get really flirty, but I do think she will probably give a bold pickup line, be like, you're a lot cuter than I remember you when we were kids. Just like a once throw off thing and see how he reacts. He did react positively. Oh, I think he thinks she's cute too. They don't have like a romance bar and they're not like flirting anything, but just like one little subtle flirt. And look at the way she is looking at him. Oh, yeah, she's definitely crushing hard and I love it. It's nearly time for us to be able to go home, and by go home I mean go to the pier. We can head there at about 3 o'clock. He is telling us a haunted story. A little, why are you sat so far apart, you weirdos? These two have made it to the pier and Lilith is suggesting that they ride the ghost train together. So they're both heading in now and this should be able to tick off Lilith's one to enjoy the pier rides. And I did try again to have them take a photo at the photo booth, but I'm still having issues with it, so I'm not too sure why. I've tried loading onto a residential lot, I've tried loading onto a park lot, so I have no idea. But at least we can enjoy the haunted ride and maybe we can go on the Ferris wheel after. I think we'll avoid the cuddle carts, at least for now, but they're gonna have some fun this evening together, just the two of them. But these two seem to enjoy the ride. We didn't get any like moodlets or anything, but we are going to go onto the Ferris wheel now. Damion is running over and Lilith, you do not need to get on your bike, you can just walk over there. Oh my goodness, teens are actually coming to the pier. What? Oh my gosh, this has never happened before. Rory has decided to come and then a random team called Lacey Moran has come here as well. But the pier is always so empty. There's another elder, but we've got two teenagers here. Oh my goodness. I'm way more excited for that than I should be. But Lilith, once again, is starting to get a little bit hungry. So maybe instead of keep having sweet stuff, we should come over and order some actual food. Maybe we'll grab a hamburger slider. We didn't get a pop-up this time, but that's okay. I will try once more to see if we can go in the photo booth after Lilith has eaten. But it looks like we have got yet another teen. Oh my goodness. This makes me so happy to see that we've actually got teens on the lot. Where did Damion go off to, by the way? Oh, there he is. He's just running with like his arms by his side. I don't know what he's going off to do. I think Damion must have headed back home, but they did agree to see each other tomorrow and they are going to travel to Strangerville to see if they can uncover the mystery. She's talking about cow plants. I love it when they talk about cow plants. But yeah, they're going to see if they can discover any more about Lily's disappearance slash death slash potential murder. Lilith is just cycling home now. It's just gone 7, so she's hoping that her mum won't be too hard on her if she notices that she is back late tonight. But she is also prepared to have a fight with her mum if she needs to. She is willing to yell at Angel. She wants to yell at Angel. She might even be looking for a fight, so that might even be why she has chosen to come back home late. Oh, but we're getting a phone call from Taylor saying, hey, a bunch of us were going to check out that new action movie that came out last weekend. We're going to sneak in and watch it tonight. She is definitely going to do that. She will show her face at home and then she will definitely sneak out. That is something she needs to do anyway, sneak out to a party. But she is like walking through the door and Scarlett will be able to hear that she's here, so she's like, okay, she's back, she's late, but she's not too late, so it's okay, it doesn't matter so much. She is walking past her mum and coming into her room and she knows that she can't use the front door because her mum will definitely hear that go. So she is going to sneak out to the movie with her friend. She's going to sneak out through her window. I'm yet to use this animation, but oh my gosh, here she goes. She's like, right, they won't notice if I go out through the window, so I'm going to come this way and at least I'm not making a loud noise. And so yeah, she is heading off to spend a night with her friends at the movies and her parents are none the wiser. Lilith has just gotten home and she is feeling really tired. She is going to sneak back through the window. I'm hoping that she uses the window and doesn't come through the front door. No, I think she's coming through the front door. Her parents are both asleep anyway, so that's completely fine. She's feeling a little bit scared from that movie. She watched an R-rated movie. That movie wasn't based on a true story, right? It seems so real. Could Lilith really go to sleep tonight? Well, she is exhausted, so she is going to head straight to sleep, ready for her long journey to Strangerville tomorrow. Lilith is up early this morning. She is going to go and have a bath because the shower is filthy and she does not want to clean that. So she's having a bath this morning and then she's going to go and grab herself some food. I imagine she'll probably end up having more cake. Oh, we don't actually have any leftovers. Okay, she's just going to have to grab a quick meal then because she is not cooking. She she is not going to do that. She's going to grab herself probably just some cereal this morning. I noticed her wants. She wants to play video games, makes sense. Skip class, makes sense. And ask a crush out. So she is ready. I think she's like, why wait any longer? I might as well just do it. But I think she wants to see how things go in Strangerville first, but that is on her mind. She's like, we've been friends for so long. Surely there could be something more there. I just need to do it. She's confident, she's self-assured, so it makes sense that she would just kind of like bite the bullet and go for it. So I'm gonna pin that there, and that is something that, you know, they might be able to do eventually. Lilith and Damion have made it back to Strangerville, and Lilith is just trying to cheer up Damion because this is obviously really hard for him, the place where he last saw his mum. They both start to make their way inside, ready to investigate the house. They make their way through and can see what an absolute state everything is. There's burn marks on the floor, and at least now they know that Angel didn't lie about the fire. But is there anything else that she did lie about? And I think Lilith at the moment is just trying to reassure Damion. He is still feeling quite sad, but he's like, okay, look, I'm going to try and get my head into gear. We can work this out. It doesn't take too much exploring, though, to find the answers they were looking for. Damion sees the urn of Lily and can't help himself. He starts to cry, and Lilith is so distraught seeing this as well. Just seeing how upset Damion is by everything. The two take a seat and discuss what this could mean, because clearly something fishy has happened. Lilith was told that Lily went home with food poisoning, but clearly that's not the case, seeing as she's dead in the kitchen, surrounded by burn marks from where the fire was. This has to be Angel. There is no way. Why would she lie about what happened to Lily if she had nothing to hide? We know the two hated each other, so she clearly had it out for Lily. She planned all of this. There's no way. It's far too much of a coincidence to think that something might have happened by accident and then Angel just runs away. This was all planned, and there's no way she can get away with this. She needs to pay for what she's done. And I think we can do something, because she treats me like a piece of dirt. She killed your mum. There's no way she can continue like this. And I think we can do something about this. With a plan forming, these two decide to head outside and enjoy the fresh air before they have to go back home. Lilith again is trying to just check in on Damion, make sure he is okay, and let him know that she is there for him. And he's pointed something out, and it did make her jump by the looks of it. And they have noticed a strange plant that they both kind of recognize on the floor. So Lilith is gonna head over and take the plant for herself, and she's going to propose an absolutely crazy scheme to Damion. Everything is working just as she'd like. And so with that, we are going to end the episode here. A plan is starting to form between Lilith and Damion as they seek their revenge on Angel. I honestly think as well the next episode might be the final episode of Generation 2, which is crazy. Normally I end a generation when the heir becomes a young adult, but I think we are concluding Scarlett's arc and really getting into Lilith's. So I think next episode will be a good point to end Generation 2. So I hope you can tune in for that one. If you did enjoy this episode though, make sure you leave a like and comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It'll mean so much to me, and I will speak to you all in another video. Bye everyone!